All right. Hopefully, all you guys had a good day. It's just gonna be my daily recap. You know how this shit goes already. So basically, today, I think what we said yesterday was we wanted a gap down, which we did get a little bit of a gap down here, a gap down, and then lower prices, and then a push up. So that's exactly what we got. So it was a pretty good call. We said something like I don't even fucking remember. Y'all can go check if you want. I don't think it's that serious, but basically we dropped down into this hourly fair value gap that I talked about yesterday and respected it very nicely. Body barely closed inside of it. We wicked it out super nicely, and then from there on it was just higher prices. I took a few trades today. Yeah, I feel like this is probably the bottom of the market. This looks like a pretty good bottom to me. I mean, we've got equal lows, but I mean, come on, this structure is so strong, and NQ is so strong today. Shit just did not, like, we got positive news. Shit pumped 3% without even bothering to stop, bro. Like, we got straight fucking 400-point run in the middle of the day. So that was very nice. Gearing up to next week when the options volatility is a little more normal. The IV isn't so fucking cooked from all the SPY and QQQ volatility that comes with a market that moves 10 gazillion bajillion points in a week. After the options IV is a little less cooked, I think it'll be a very nice time to position for some long. So that's what I'm going to be looking to do. But in terms of my personal trading today, it was a good day. So to start the day, I actually traded Asian session last night because I got home from hooping and I like hurt myself. I was just pissed, and I saw this Asian vol, like, dude, the Asian session yesterday snapped, bro. It was so fucking volatile. There was so much going on. Like, we got this huge, where was it? I always forget this shit is in military time, so I'd be tweaking sometimes, but yeah, like, we had so much Asian volatility. Like, this was a great setup right here. If I had been on my computer, I definitely would have taken this long right here up to these equal highs. That's a great long setup. Fucking free 150 points. So I get back from playing basketball about here. Where did I get back? I don't even fucking remember, dude, honestly. It was at some point, and I sat down and I was like, man, fuck this bullshit. I'm trying to catch a trade. So I watched this chop. We sold off here. We're kind of inside some fair value gaps, 15 minute through 2 hours. So we're looking to pop back up and respect this fair value gap. So we actually did end up doing that. Got a little IFEG. Took a long, got a horrible fill because the shit slipped me up. Popped back up, but respected the 1 hour fair value gap. And the caveat to that trade, I think, was that we had this 4 hour fair value gap right here that was holding price down. So you can see these two candles kind of got boxed in by that fair value gap. So I tried to enter like up here and ride it through to this fair value gap. My target was like 150, but we didn't get that. And I didn't trim my stop to break even because it was kind of chopping around pretty close, and I thought it might dive underneath this low and then pop back up. Like, we might get a little boom, boom kind of thing, but nah, shit just flushed me out, which was kind of tragic. But then going into New York session, got a super nice, beautiful execution here. I didn't hold because the momentum died and we had plus S&T at these highs. So what happened was, I'll show you on the chart for this fib, fuck that fib. So we had, we're diving right in. We took all these lows here. A lot of liquidity cleared out. We got S&T at these lows right here on the 1 minute chart. And this is, you know, obviously a big fair value gap we're delivering from on all time frames. And the higher time frame candles just looked ready to wick this motherfucker out. We have relatively equal highs here. We have some low resistance liquidity right here. It's just a really aesthetic looking trade. It's lined up with the bias for the day after bouncing out of the daily opening gap, or the 1 hour fair value gap down here. We bounce out of this fair value gap. We get positive news driver, and we're just looking to absolutely moon here. So that's exactly what we did. But the issue is I didn't actually hold this trade as long as I should have. So I'm in like right here. I got in on the pullback. So it's a very good fill. Price pushes up 60 points. We get S&T. I take one off here, and then the momentum just flattens, bro. And so we get the minus S&T. ES starts pushing back down. Like, so we've got ES is up here, but now it's starting to fall back down. And NQ is just pausing right here. So I just cut the second one. I was like, I'm just going to take my 60 points and get out the market. I cut on this candle right here, and then shit just blows up 150 points, bro. Just no hesitation at all. Like 2 red candles the whole way up. So that's a lesson learned, I guess, in patience. Just gotta be more patient. I can just trail my stop to this breaker, and honestly just, which is break even, basically, for this trade. And just fucking leave it. Just leave it alone, bro. Like, I don't need to be touching this trade. We've got a super strong bias, super strong equal highs up here. Bounce straight out of this fair value gap. We've already got bullish order flow on the higher time frame. Like, there's just no need to cut this trade early, but it's something you learn from. And then my second trade of the day, so I didn't take any more trades on my 50K, but this trade was on my 250K. I took 10 micros at just like a normal leverage for that account size since I'm not in drawdown. And this is just a nice setup as well. We had S&Ts at these, so we had S&Ts at these lows right here. we had on the 15-minute chart, if we mark up the 15-minute chart, see, look, we got really nicely in on this 15-minute wick. So we have this fair value gap, obviously, and then we have this order block right here. So as you can see, if we go down to the 1-minute chart, on my entry right here, we bounce wick super nicely off of the order block, off of these lows, off the 15-minute fair value gap, close back inside this higher fair value gap, and ES doesn't get down to this low. So that's a perfect A plus setup here. We've got relative equal highs up, or just basically equal highs up here. We've got some low resistance liquidity. So I'm in right here on this candle, got a good fill down on this wick. And we're riding this trade up. Shit's looking absolutely beautiful. We take one off up here. So I got my fill like halfway up that wick because I saw ES take this high. Now ES is sitting at this high, and in my head, I'm looking at this structure. This is the same exact structure that we had before. And by the way, this shit is absolutely mooning, but I'm done for the day. So I'm just making the recap early because I'm trying to leave the house. But anyways, at this point, ES is up here and NQ's down here, right? So this looks exactly like we just went over the structure where ES is chilling above these highs, starting to move down, and NQ is still just underneath the highs and it's consolidating, right? It's a little sideways movement. So I'm looking at this and I'm like, fuck it, it's fine. We got this 1-minute fair value gap underneath here, right here. And so I'm thinking that because of the movement we saw earlier, I'm not going to cut this trade, even though I see the SMT. I'm going to try to ride this curve all the way back up here because there are equal highs. Now, we respected this 1-minute fair value gap and pushed out of it. And I'm like, we are so back, dude. We just got like a 20-point body. Shit is pushing straight up through here, inverse this fair value gap right here. And then it just flushed me out. I had trailed my stop to right here. So it's a nice win overall. You can't complain about that. It's a good trade. Got partial profits, got out the market. So overall, very good day. Followed all my rules. Super A+, 2 A+ setups, 1 all right setup that I took during Asia. Just throwing it out there. I'm super low risk, only 2 micros on that trade, so nothing too crazy. And it's a good. I'm looking to finish the week strong. There's no news tomorrow, so I guess we'll see what happens Friday. I think Friday we might, just looking at this 4-hour chart, just inverse this 4-hour fair value gap. We created a nice little BPR right here, and now we're inside this new week opening gap. I would like to see, the new week opening gap has been holding price down a lot here. I would like to see 4-hour close above 558. If 4-hour chart can close above 558, I think we're looking very nice to continue going up here and for this to be the bottom. If 4-hour chart flips and we close somewhere down in here, we could keep going sideways a little bit into Friday and it'll just be anyone's guess. But honestly, I feel like let's just say we get a bad close here and we'll start pushing down. Like there's a lot of gaps here. There's a lot of balanced price ranges. We got some breakers over here. Like, you know, you got this little bullshit right here. Like there's a lot of time for price to find some resistance in here and then push back up and push out Friday. So over the course of the Asian and London sessions. And then I think in New York, we can just ride a super easy curve to the top here and start dealing with some of these highs. Like we've got 758 equal highs. We've got these highs right here. Like these are some nice targets going into the end of the week that we can use as a draw. So, and that'll leave us with a super bullish weekly candle. Shit's going to be fucking popping up, bro. So yeah, we'll see. Hopefully y'all got some winners today, super clean price action, and I'll catch you tomorrow.